Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Now it's been a long time, so I'm just gonna make it really quick. In today's video I want to talk about a lot of new releases that came out that I didn't have time to make videos of. For example, this new Melt Cosmetics Mary Jane palette, as well as all these Disney palettes like this Ariel palette, which was kind of disappointing, as well as more about those WandaVision releases, more Too Faced releases, the latest Pat McGrath, as well as the latest Melt Cosmetics blushes. And I also want to go over some ColourPop. I want to compare it between the two. Actually, I think the Ariel one is better than the teddy bear one, even though a lot of people seem to give the teddy bear a good ranking. I thought it was basically mediocre. Also got the Samantha March one and Ofra, the Glitch palette. This is kind of an older release, but bad. I mean, we're going to talk a lot more about it in this video, and I'm going to quickly do some swatches and basically just go over everything for you guys. Like, a lot of you on Instagram asked me to review the new Milani palette. Actually, this was not a bad palette, and we'll get into detail about that as well as the other Villains palettes that came out, like the Ursula one and the Maleficent one. In fact, I found that the Ursula one, the purples were a lot better in there, and also from the new Makeup Revolution, the masks were pretty good. So I have so much products to review, so it's really hard to just get through all of them in one video. But I will say that the Samantha March palette, it was a little disappointing. I mean, countless number of YouTubers all raving about this palette that's just a basic neutral palette that, let's say for example, if it didn't have Samantha March's name on it or a YouTuber's name on it, would there be this much raving about a neutral palette that we've all seen and used so many times before? I don't think so. I feel that a lot of these people that are given the product are just excited or loving the fact that they got it for free. But for me, I feel that, okay, this doesn't perform like above average. It's just, I mean, I'm not hating on it. I just don't see what's special about it. So sadly, I don't know if I'd like recommend that to my followers. Same with these Bambi ColourPop palettes. Unfortunately, by the time I recorded my video, they already went on sale on Ulta, but I got them pretty early. And the same with these palettes. I mean, these days it's just all about slapping an image on there, whether it's a Disney princess or a YouTuber. I feel that people seem to fall for that a lot. So again, I don't recommend those to any of my viewers watching. And even this Glitch palette, I mean, it's pretty ordinary. And the only reason I bought this Glitch palette is so I could depot it and use it for my indie brand loose eyeshadows that I have laying around. So basically what I did was, as you can see, these are like really nice to take out because they're magnetic, and I actually don't feel that the Ofra quality is really there at all, honestly. Like, maybe their highlighters are good, but so far none of their shadows are like strikingly beautiful or anything. So sorry if you were thinking of collabing with me. Obviously I know nobody is going to collab with a small YouTuber, but nevertheless, I just think that their palettes are good for like magnetic Z palettes, like for these Terra Moons that I have laying around. I feel that Ofra does really a good job at creating these magnetic Z palettes. In fact, I think they should be selling these Z palettes because look at the quality. I mean, look at that light green versus the one with Ofra. I mean, Terra Moons just knocks it out of the park. So here's my end result, Terra Moons versus Ofra. I mean, this blue, green, purple palette, it just looks amazing, and I love it. And I'm really glad with how it turned out. And just a single swatch of this indie brand is just like 100 times better than anything you could get from a mainstream brand like Ofra or sometimes even Natasha Denona. So speaking of Natasha Denona and how overrated she's kind of has become, I compared these Stila blushes, the new Melt Blush Lighter blushes on my Instagram, and really, you guys, these Melt ones are better than that Natasha Denona. I feel that, I did a video on my Instagram, if you haven't checked it out already, Like really, the Melt Cosmetics one was so much better. I mean, the Stila one was still good. Stila one is $25, but the Melt one is $22, and for the price, you're getting a much smoother blush. Whereas the Natasha Denona, I feel like it's a little chunky, and I really don't understand why all these YouTubers are always raving about her brand. I feel that while it's like not terrible, it's just a lot of money for something that's super chunky. So I will just give my 2 cents there, and I want you to know that Melt is actually really doing a good job. So I have to give people credit when credit is due. But Too Faced, like this new palette that came out, it just smells very sugary and marshmallowy. Like it's pretty mediocre. Like it doesn't match the packaging being so shiny. Same with ColourPop. I feel like they've overdone themselves, and they've basically just played themselves with all these extra releases that are basically the same. Like nobody needs this many shades of gray and brown that you can pretty much pick up in any palette. Speaking of brands that keep releasing the same stuff, here we have Pat McGrath's latest release, which is basically what she did I think like 3 years ago, and it's just more in the form of a gel. And I will say that I wasn't happy with this product at all. This Dark Star collection, I feel that added with the gloss, it kind of creases on my lids and it moves around, and it looks nothing like what her promo videos for me. At least maybe I'm not doing it right, maybe I'm not using the right technique, but I wasn't too happy. So obviously these WandaVision palettes were a miss. They were totally like chalky and not worth it. But speaking of chalky and not worth it, I don't know if this new Melt Cosmetics palette, this new Mary Jane palette, if I can like give it a good or bad review, because some of the shades are really nice. They're all very hard and rough to the touch. They're not buttery at all. They're very, very gritty, but like a couple of shades you really have to press hard in the pan for it to even show up. But some of them are just like chalk on skin, so I don't think it'll pick up well with the brush, but I have to play with it a little more. But this, like, same with this Tarte palette, like it's 50 Shades of Brown, and we've seen it before. Like if you own the Tartelette pink palette, probably better off with that rather than this with just all these brown shades. So this is another waste, and just like all this clutter that every time keeps accumulating every time I place an order with these brands, is that I get a ton of extra samples and things that I just don't even know what to do with anymore. But my final verdict on this Mary Jane palette is that I need to play more with it, because there are some shades, like I said, that are really well performing, but there's some that need more work. So maybe I need to really play with it a little bit more to give you my final thoughts on that one. And then, like I said, these palettes, like these are like $12 or $15 palettes. They're okay, but they're still better than some high-end brands like that. They're at least trying to be authentic, unlike ColourPop. But I will say, finally, if you're a true makeup lover, go for those indie brands like Terra Moons. That you won't be disappointed. Like forget about Natasha Denona. I said it. I just feel that Natasha Denona is really I don't know what's going on with her brand this year, but I feel that Melt is definitely stepping up their game, and they're definitely really doing a lot better than this like ultra high-end brand. And I hope they start coming to various stores other than just, for example, Sephora. And I hope that good brands get rewarded. So those are my thoughts. Let me know in the comment section what you guys thought, what you'll be picking up or you won't. And don't forget to subscribe to be entered in those regular giveaways. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.